Welcome to the Christian Voice Network. Today, I will be highlighting a young minister at my church. His name is Josh, and he delivered an awesome message this morning that really blessed me, and it affirmed to me what God had been sharing with me over this entire weekend. And I just felt like this would be a good opportunity for me to share this message with you all because it really hit home. The title of his message is Run Your Marathon. We all have marathons that we're in. You know where you're running to, and I hope that you're doing what God called you to do, to run the race that He's purposed you for. So, with that being said, this is my first post. It ain't about me, so God put on my heart that I need to share this awesome word with you all. So I'm going to get on with that, and I'll be back again with my second post, and we're going to get this thing going. We're going to keep it going. I'm going to allow God to use me in running my marathon as though you run your marathon. Enjoy this message. Thank you.
Let us lay aside every weight. And a lot of y'all might be thinking in the physical. Let me run and slim this fat up off me so I can run this marathon. But that's not what God is telling us. Think about it in the spiritual. That weight that's holding us down, that weight that's holding us back. What could it be? See, what is God calling y'all to do in y'all marathon? Some of us, it could be to be a better husband. Some of us, it could be to be a better wife. Some of us, it could be to be a better friend. Some of us, it could be to be a better Christian. Some of us, it could be just to simply have a good attitude and go to work and smile. And the spirit that God put into you, you might bless that next person who's working next to you who having a terrible day. So your spirit can rub off on that person. But you got to listen to God and listen to what He's calling you to do. Because some of us, we ain't getting ready for the marathon. We doing what we want to do. And we letting the weight of things hold us down and hold us back. And God is saying, let go of that weight. Let it go. Whatever that weight may be. I know me, I got a lot of weights on me. See, my mind worked too fast. And my mind moved too fast. I think too much. And then I think fleshly. See, I think about what Josh can do and not what God can do. When a bill comes, it's like, first thing I say, I got to get up and go to work. But when we get up out that bed and roll over, we getting ready to go to work. But do we stop and ask God to give us direction? Do we stop and ask God to say, make a way for me? Do we stop and ask God, don't let me exert all of my strength and all of my energy when I can lean and depend on you? See, are we trying to do it our way, or are we trying to do it God's way? And God's saying, I'm going to show you how to run this marathon, but you got to listen to me. You can't keep trying to do it your way, because our way going to always lead us to a dead end. And what you do at a dead end, you turn right on back around. God ain't trying to lead you to no dead end. God trying to lead you to that finish line. But you got to listen to Him. So when He says, lay aside that weight, like I said, I was hot. I can't run no marathon in this. Somebody tell me what the temperature outside. What's the temperature outside? It probably 100. Who finna run in some sweatpants and a sweatsuit 26 miles in the marathon in this heat? God saying, lay aside that weight. So some of this is my overthinking. Oh, you gotta take that out. All that overthinking to keep you stuck, keep you hot, keep you frustrated, keep you mad. You got to take it off so you get ready for your marathon. Some of it is, we got some friends, we got some family members around us that we need to let these folk go. Now, they holding me back. My legs get stuck. My legs getting hot. You got to come up out of this too. You got to come up out of this. See, that's your warm-up gear. But you got to take that warm-up gear off to run your marathon. Don't laugh at my jersey. I made it myself. So now we got that weight up off of us. See, now that's the extra stuff. You got some people holding on to you. You got, some things you don't want to let go. But then God give you another instruction before we run this marathon. He said, lay aside every weight. And then it say, and the sin which doeth so easily beset us. The sin. See, I don't know what your sin is. I don't know what it is that you might be holding on to, that sin that make you feel good. God's saying, let that go. Because the more you hold on to that sin, the more your hands tied up and you can't hold on to him. Let it go. I don't know what your sin is. Mine was drinking. Well, anything made me mad, I'm going to go drink. Anything made me happy, I'm going to go drink. Anything made me anything, I'm going to go drink. You got to let that go. Let it go. And I don't know what it could be. Like, some of us, it's us married folks out here hanging out with these single folks. I don't want to step on no toes today, but hey, if your toes out, you better watch out. See, how can we be the best husband or the best wife that we can be when we hanging out with single folks who doing single things and we trying to be the best Mr. or Mrs. that we can be? That's a contradiction within itself. How can I stand clear of not drinking when I'm constantly hanging around all the drunks? How can I stand clear of the folks who doing drugs and I'm constantly hanging around them and they doing drugs? It don't make no sense. How can you make that happen? You can't. You got to separate yourself from it. That's what he said. Take that weight off and let that sin go. Get it out your way. And see, when you let that sin go, the stuff you constantly tripping off of, see, you ain't got to trip off of it no more. Because you let that sin go, God going to give you balance. He going to give you a new balance. I was in the Navy and I didn't understand. They had gave me some New Balance. They were big. They were real wide. And I was like, man, I don't want to wear them big old shoes. And we had to run. We was practicing for about 8 weeks straight, running in these big old shoes. And I didn't understand. See, before they issued me the shoes, they looked at my feet. See, I'm flat-footed. I ain't got no arch. That's why my shoe was so wide. But see, that's God preparing us. See, God already know how we design, how we form. So he going to give us something just what we need. They gave me them wide shoes to help support my arch so I can make it to the finish line. I'm sitting over here thinking about how I'm looking and might need some big old boats. I don't want to wear these. God said, stop worrying about how you look. Listen to me and make it to the end. That's what we focus on. Some more, see, look at this. Some more coming out for me. Finally, that third verse, a lot of us may look over, but it says, for consider him that endures so much contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. See, that's saying that when we sit up here beating ourselves down and we keep on holding on to that weight and holding on to this sin and holding on to this and holding on to that, it's saying look to Jesus. Look to Jesus. Jesus set the example. Jesus ran this race before we ever was thought of. He carried that cross. He carried it. As the people spit on him, as the people hit him, as the people beat on him, he kept carrying that cross and he carried it for us all the way to the finish line. All the way to the finish line. And you mean to tell me that we can't get past a few little bills? We can't get past a few haters talking crap about us? We can't get past these folks at the job that's making us mad when God just endured that cross for us? We can't do these simple things on earth? And then he telling us as we walking, as we doing this marathon, he giving us instructions. Think about that. If you can hear these instructions and he giving you these instructions, think about how close he is to you while you running your race. So that means you ain't running this race by yourself. You ain't doing it by yourself. God got you. God right there with you. See, in this, God wants you to take a sip of water. I didn't do this on purpose. This just so happened to happen. But you see, this is core water, right? See, like I said, God got a special marathon for each of y'all. See, this is my number right here, 0, 1. Y'all might be saying, Josh, you could just put the 1 on there. No, I couldn't have. Because, see, I'm nothing without the 1. But with God, I am number 1. See, for this race, this is my number, and I'm the chosen one. I am. See, this is my race. And God's saying, search your core so you can figure out what is it, the weight that you need to let go, and what's that sin you need to get out of your way. And stay focused on God.